Hey guys, Jenny the Right here from Keller Williams Golden Triangle Realty, here with my good friend and mortgage guru, Jim Stuffler from Dominion Lending Centers. Jim, one of the questions that came up was around what the better options were for first-time home buyers. What is it that they need to be aware of when they're thinking about borrowing money in order to purchase a home?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, one of the questions I get asked a lot by first-time home buyers is, what do they need for a down payment?
Okay.
Everybody asks that question. So the golden rule is you're going to need 5% down. So you're going to need 5% of whatever you're purchasing with a few caveats, and I'll walk you through it.
Okay.
So let's say you're buying a $400,000 house. You're going to need $20,000 to make that purchase. Plus, you're going to need a little bit of money set aside as a kind of a rule of thumb, maybe 1.5%, 2% of the sale costs,
Yeah.
the closing costs, because you're going to need to get a lawyer and do all that sort of stuff. So in my world, you're going to need $20,000 as at least for your down payment.
Okay.
Now, here's where things get a little trickier. Is let's say your first purchase is you're going to want to buy a $600,000 home.
Okay.
How it works then is you need 5% of the first $500,000.
Okay.
So $25,000, and then you need 10% of the rest.
Okay.
So
between the 5 and the 6.
You got it. Okay. So
Okay.
you need an additional $10,000 for that between the 5 and the 6.
Okay.
So a $35,000 down payment puts you in that $600,000 house.
Okay.
And I mean, there's some caveats once you start getting over $1 million and stuff, but probably not for the first time.
Probably not for a first-time home buyer.
No,
Although,
probably.
hey, good for you.
All the best, maybe a YouTuber or something. I think
You never know, right?
Yeah.
So, Jim, I know that for a lot of people, that down payment is often the largest barrier to buying a home, right? It's hard to save up while you're paying rent and that sort of thing. So, are there ways that you can help a first-time home buyer?
Yeah, absolutely. There's, I mean, one thing which jumps to mind right away, which I see a lot of clients do, is sometimes mom and dad help out with that.
Yeah.
So you can. Most lenders will accept a gift down payment. So as long as it is a gift that mom and dad want to give you that $20,000, you got the best parents ever. It should be a very, very good Father's Day, a very good Mother's Day. Take good care of them. But yeah,
buy mom flowers, guys.
100%.
Yeah.
They can do that for you. So
Yeah.
that's one option.
Okay.
Another option is, have you heard of the Regional Waterloo program?
Yeah. Okay. So talk a little bit more about that for folks.
Okay. Yeah, there is a program that's set up through the Regional Waterloo. I'd highly recommend. There's a lot of details in this one, so maybe give one of us a shout if you want to talk in more detail. But essentially, you can get loaned your 5% down payment.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. So you can get loaned the 5% down. How it works is if you stay in the house for 20 years, you don't have to pay it back. But if you move, then you do have to pay it back. So unless you really like your first house, you're probably going to end up paying back.
Most people do end up moving, right?
You got it.
Okay.
And then there's some caveats around income and such. So you'd certainly want to give one of us a shout to walk you through that program. There's an application process and everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that our first-time home buyers should be aware of when they're looking at lenders?
No, I think just speak to the right people and get a couple of opinions. Nothing wrong with talking to your bank. Or you might want to seek out a mortgage professional like myself. We deal with all sorts of different lenders, right? We can sit you down and walk you through the options. The one piece I would say is just make sure somebody has looked at your documents before you really get too deep into it. Because oftentimes what I find is what somebody, maybe what somebody thinks they make or they say they make, we have to look at provable income. So we just want to make sure somebody's looked that stuff over, that you're looking in the right price range, right?
Yeah. So I think part of what Jim's talking about too is that you want to make sure that you haven't just filled out one of those calculators online that says oh, you qualify for this much. You actually want to speak with a lender, whether that's a mortgage agent like Jim or somebody from a bank that looks at all your paperwork and kind of outlines. They'll then know what you really qualify for. The worst is if you're looking for a house that's not within your budget. That can be a real letdown. So
absolutely,
that's key.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with those, those 60-second ones on the market, right? I got one too. However, I would take that more as kind of the first step, that you have a rough idea, and then sit down with somebody and just make sure it's spot on.
Awesome.
And really start digging in and house hunting.
Cool. All right. As a first-time home buyer, you guys probably have so many questions. So you can always reach out to myself or Jim, DM us, email us, whatever. My office also offers a free monthly seminar specifically tailored to first-time home buyers. So if that's something that might be of interest to you, feel free to shoot me a message and I'd be happy to save a spot for you. I hope you guys have an awesome day and we'll be back to answer more questions tomorrow. Bye.